Hey guys, welcome back to Third and Long. I'm Will. Today we're going to be talking about all of our Major League Baseball matchups we have coming up for Wednesday, August 6th. There is 15 games in total today. This season is flying by. Right now we're going to talk about all of our baseball games. We're going to break them down. We're going to predict the outcome. We're going to look at the best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders, all the need-to-know info that you need to know for these matchups coming up today, guys. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's that time again. Let's get right into it. The very first game we have kicking everything off at 12:35 p.m. The 57 and 57 San Francisco Giants. The Giants down to a 500 team right now. Third place in the NL West. They're on the road here versus the 49 and 65 Pittsburgh Pirates. One thing Pittsburgh has going for them. One thing, they have a really good pitching staff. They can't score runs to save their life, but their pitching will keep them in any of these games. The Giants, they're also not known for their offense, and they also have really good pitching. Right now, San Francisco, 60.7% chance to win this. The Pirates, a 39.3% chance. Giants are 1.5 run favorites. 7.5 over-under. San Francisco, minus 160. Pittsburgh, plus 135. The Giants right now, they're averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting 233. 105 home runs, 50 steals, giving up 3.68 runs a game. A really good starting pitching, really good bullpen to close the games out. The Pirates, 3.6 runs a game, 233 average. They got to get that batting average up. 80 home runs, 87 steals. One of the worst power hitting teams in the majors. They are giving up 3.85 runs a game. All that these pitchers need is just a little bit of run support. They're not asking for too much, just 4.5 runs a game, and they can win some of these ball games. Looking at our pitching today, we have Robbie Ray on the mound for the Giants. This guy is having a great season, one of the best seasons of his career. 9-5 record, 2.85 ERA, 136 innings, 140 strikeouts. Going up against Andrew Heaney, 5-9 record, 4.89 ERA, 110.1 innings, 79 strikeouts. He has given up 21 home runs so far. A little susceptible to the long ball. I got to go with the Giants winning this game, covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. And our second game today is an under-the-radar, really competitive pitching matchup at 12:35 p.m. The 51 and 63 Baltimore Orioles, they did give away some of their best players in trades. They still have a good offense, younger team. They hit a lot of home runs. Where they fall short, pitching has been a major concern for them. They're on the road here versus the 65 and 48 Philadelphia Phillies, back in first place in the NL East. One of the most veteran, experienced lineups in baseball. Schwarber, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, a lot of weapons. How about Schwarber right now? 40 home runs and 94 RBIs, and the month of August just started. Phillies, 63.1% chance to win this game. The Orioles, a 36.9% chance. Philadelphia's 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over-under. Baltimore plus 135. Philadelphia minus 160. This Orioles offense, it is not a bad offense. 4.4 runs per game, 243 average, 137 home runs. They actually have the overall power edge here. 79 steals, but they're giving up 4.82 runs a game. That's a bottom 10 pitching staff in baseball. The Phillies, 4.7 runs a game, 254 average, 128 home runs, 94 steals, giving up 3.82 runs a game. They do not have a fully healthy starting rotation right now. I have made this very clear. Once their starting rotation is 100% healthy, to me, in my opinion, they do have the deepest starting rotation in baseball. They just got to get all their guys back. Looking at that starting rotation today, for the Orioles, Trevor Rogers. What about this season he's having? No one's talking about it. Putting up solid numbers, very small sample size, but really good numbers. 4-2 record, 1.44 ERA, 56.1 innings, 48 strikeouts. He's only given up 2 home runs in 56 innings. Keeps the ball in the ballpark. That's what I want to see. Ranger Suarez, career 3.32 ERA this season, 8-4 record, a 2.68 ERA. This is the best season of his career so far. 100.2 innings, 95 strikeouts. He's only given up 7 home runs in almost 101 innings. Give me the Phillies to win this game to cover the spread. I'm going to go with the under. And guys, if you like what you hear so far, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment down below, click on that link. You can sign up there. There's 3 tiers in total. If you sign up, I would definitely appreciate it. But let's keep looking at these games. The very next one we're looking at, MLB Network, 1:10 p.m. The 53 and 60 Minnesota Twins. The Twins here, they've been all over the place this season. They had a lot of promise when the season started. Now they're down a couple pieces. They're on the road here versus the 66 and 49 Detroit Tigers. One of the best teams in baseball. They can hit. They have power. Good pitching. The Tigers right now first place in the AL Central. They have a 60.3% chance to win this game. The Twins a 39.7% chance. Detroit 1.5 run favorites. 7.5 over under. Minnesota comes into this game. They are plus 157. Detroit minus 153 right now. Twins, the offense isn't the issue. They do give up a lot of runs from their pitching. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game. 241 batting average, 126 home runs, 56 steals, giving up 4.28 runs a game. That number's actually been climbing up the last couple weeks. The Tigers, 4.8 runs a game, 250 average, 144 home runs. Their only weakness, they don't have much speed at all, only 49 steals, but they're still scoring runs, and they're giving up 3.77 runs a game. As of me making this video, we do not have a starter announced for the Twins. I hate going into games, picking them without knowing who's going to be starting the game for Minnesota, and I don't trust their bullpen right now. Right now for the Tigers, Jake Flaherty on the mound, 6-10 record, 4.36 ERA, which is well above his career average of 3.8. But he's actually pitched really well the last 2 weeks. Maybe he's turned things around, getting things back on track. 115.2 innings, 144 strikeouts. Definitely a strikeout pitcher. He has the better bullpen to back him up. I hate going into games, not knowing all the variables. I don't even know who's starting for the Twins. Give me the Tigers to win this game to cover the spread. I'll go with the over. MLB Network, 1:10 p.m., the 57-55 Cleveland Guardians. Since the break, they actually have the third best record in all of Major League Baseball right now. They are a hot team, second place in the AL Central on the Tigers' heels. I'm just kidding about that part, but they are playing really good baseball, pitching well, starting to score some runs. They'll be playing the 63-50 New York Mets. The Mets badly need a win. They have not been playing their best baseball for basically the last couple of weeks, but I'd say the last couple of months. The offense is not consistent, pitching's not consistent, the bullpen's not consistent. Yes, they're still overall a really good team, second place in the NL East, but we need some consistency. They got to play some reliable ball at home. They have been stinking it up the last couple series. The Mets, 62.8% chance to win. The Guardians, a 37.2%, but we know how talented the Mets are. They can get things back on track. There's a lot of time left over. New York, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. The Guardians, plus 145. The Mets, minus 175. Cleveland right now starting to score some runs, 3.9 runs on average, 229 batting average. You have to get that average up. 117 home runs, 85 steals, you have 3.87 runs a game. And the Mets, 4.4 runs per game, 241 average, 138 home runs, 89 steals, giving up 3.67 runs a game. About 4 weeks ago, that was in the 2.9s. It has gone up a lot. They got to stop the bleeding here. On the mound for the Guardians, Gavin Williams. Gavin Williams having a great season so far. 6-4 record, 3.33 ERA, 116.1 innings, 117 strikeouts, 62 walks. That's a little concerning. That's over one every other inning. He's putting runners on base, but the Mets have to turn those runners into runs. David Peterson coming up had the best second half ERA in baseball last season. 7-4 record, 2.83 ERA so far this season. He was also an all-star. 127 innings, 105 strikeouts. He's only given up 7 home runs in 19 games. That's pretty good control. Give me the Mets to rebound with a W here. I have them covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the under. Our next game is an NL Central versus NL Central matchup, 2:20 p.m. The 59-54 Cincinnati Reds. The Reds, they've been kind of in the same place the entire season, hovering around 500. Very competitive team, though. They can score some runs. They can pitch. They're on the road versus the 65-47 Chicago Cubs, one of the best all-around ball clubs, one of the best offenses in baseball. Chicago, just barely second place in that very tight NL Central. The Reds, third place in NL Central. Right now, Cincinnati, 42.9% chance to win this game. Chicago, a 57.1% chance. The Cubs are 1.5 run favorites. 7.5 over under. Cincinnati, plus 120. Chicago, minus 145. The Reds, 4.6 runs per game. 247 average, 115 home runs. 84 steals, only giving up 3.89 runs a game. This is a very close pitching game. The Cubs, 5.2 runs per game. 255 average, 159 home runs. That is top 5 in baseball. 121 steals, that's top 3 in baseball. And they're only giving up 3.92 runs a game. Chicago's turning to Cade Horton on the mound. 5-3 record, 3.42 ERA. Another one of those deep Chicago pitchers. 73.2 innings, 53 strikeouts. But Andrew Abbott for Cincinnati, having a season. No one's talking about this guy. Smaller market ball team. It is time that you remember his name. They need to give this guy some respect. 8-1 record. 2.15 ERA, 108.2 innings, 96 strikeouts. This guy's numbers, he's almost down into the ones for his ERA. Great season so far. He's the ace. Give me the Reds to pull off the upset here. I'm going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under again. 2:35 p.m., the 60-53 New York Yankees. The Yankees, they need to get on a roll here. They're dropping further back in their division. They got to get the offense back to being consistent. Aaron Judge, he's that spark. He is back now. He's that power bat. They're going to be on the road here versus the 59-55 Texas Rangers. The Rangers, the offense has woken up the last couple weeks. Great. They finally showed up to the season. They have the number one overall pitching in baseball. If they can get that offense to start performing week in and week out, they can make a run here down the stretch. Texas, 41.7% chance to win this game, third place in the AL West. New York, 58.3% chance, third place in the AL East. The Yankees right now, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. New York, minus 135. Texas, plus 115. The Yankees offense, 5.2 runs per game. 252 batting average, 179 home runs. That is number one in baseball. And the heart and soul, Aaron Judge, is back with his 37 home runs. They have 81 steals and got 4.05 runs a game. They do have a lot of injuries to their pitching staff, but they're still finding ways to at least win a lot of these games. The Rangers, 4.1 runs per game, 231 average, 119 home runs, 101 stolen bases. Very balanced team, giving up 3.26 runs a game. Like I said, that is the number one pitching in baseball. The Rangers are turning to Jack Leiter. He's been up and down, but pitching really good the last couple starts, coming back from his injury. 7-6 record, 4.1 ERA, 96.2 innings, 90 strikeouts. Going up against Carlos Rodon. Carlos Rodon started out the season really hot. Last couple starts, he's kind of been up and down, but overall solid numbers for the season. Coming in here 11-7, 3.34 ERA, 134.2 innings, 156 strikeouts. He is striking guys out. He has given up 19 home runs, though, so a little susceptible to the long ball. Can the Rangers offense continue to stay hot? They definitely have a shot here, but I'm going to go with the Yankees pulling off the win, covering the spread, and I will go with the over. 3:10 p.m., the 66-48 Toronto Blue Jays, first place in the AL East. This offense has just been pummeling teams for the last month. They're on the road versus the 30-82 Colorado Rockies, the worst team in baseball. The Rockies do hit some home runs. They always have a sluggish chance to win. They have one of the worst overall offenses in baseball, the worst pitching staff in baseball, and it's not even close. Right now, Colorado, 34.6% chance to win. Toronto, a 65.4% chance. The Blue Jays, 2.5 run favorites, 11.5 over-under. Toronto, minus 210. The Rockies, plus 175. The Blue Jays, 4.7 runs per game, 264 batting average, 120 home runs, 55 steals, and 4.29 runs a game. The Rockies, 3.8 runs per game, 237 batting average, 117 home runs, 58 steals, 5.76 runs a game, dead last place in baseball. Kevin Gausman going for Toronto, 7-8 record, 3.99 ERA, 128.2 innings, 127 strikeouts. Kyle Freeland going for Colorado, 2-11 record, could potentially get his 12th loss here, 5.26 ERA, 104.1 innings, 74 strikeouts. When I look at this game, whenever you have a Rockies game, there's always a double-digit over-under. For some reason, I'm feeling that's a little too high for my taste today. Give me the under in this game, but I have the Blue Jays winning it and covering the spread. 4:07 p.m. This game is practically a 50-50 pick'em. The 55-59 Tampa Bay Rays just playing awful baseball the last 2 months. Statistically, they don't have bad numbers, but they have had zero momentum after that really hot month of May. They're on the road versus the 55-58 Angels. These teams practically have identical records. The Angels top 5 overall in total home runs. Right now, Los Angeles, 49.6% chance to win. Tampa Bay, 50.4, practically a 50-50. The Rays are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Tampa Bay, minus 110. Los Angeles, minus 110. So Vegas is saying either one of these ball clubs have a legit shot to win this game. The Rays average 4.5 runs per game, 253 batting average, 121 home runs, 145 steals, number one in baseball, and by a lot, giving up 3.86 runs a game. The Angels, 4.3 runs per game, 232 batting average, 158 home runs, top 5 in baseball, 56 steals, and 4.58 runs per game. The pitching here is extremely close. Tyler Anderson going for the Angels, 2-7 record, 4.49 ERA, 118.1 innings, 92 strikeouts. He's given up 23 home runs, extremely susceptible to the long ball. But so is Shane Baz for the Rays, 8-8 record, 4.79 ERA, 124 innings, 124 strikeouts. He's given up 20 home runs. Both of these guys give up a buttload of runs. Both of them susceptible to the home run. This could be a home run derby. Give me the Angels pulling off the upset, going with that plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. MLB Network at 4:10 p.m. The 57-57 St. Louis Cardinals. They are finally back at 500. This team was over 500 the first 3 months. Kind of fell off the last couple weeks, but the talent's there, the ability's there. They just got to get things back on track. They're on the road versus the 65-48 Los Angeles Dodgers, the number one roster in baseball when they're fully healthy. That's the issue. When they are fully healthy. They've not been healthy this entire season, but they're still first place in the NL West. LA, 60.7% chance to win. St. Louis, a 39.3% chance. Dodgers are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. The Dodgers minus 205, St. Louis plus 170. Cardinals are averaging 4.4 runs per game, 249 average, 107 home runs, 62 steals. You have 4.19 runs per game. LA, 5.1 runs per game, 254 batting average, 164 home runs. It's top 4 in baseball. They do hit a lot of homers. 67 steals and go 4.17 runs a game, which actually isn't bad considering the fact that their pitching has been completely wrecked by injuries so far. They have Shohei Ohtani coming up here, coming off of the last start. I'm pretty sure the last start was a one when he had the cramps. You're not going to get that much from him. He's going to pitch great, but how many innings is he going to pitch? And then it gets then turned over to the Dodgers bullpen. The bullpen's good, but there's a lot of injuries. Right now he has an 0-0 record, 2.4 ERA, 15 innings, 17 strikeouts, only giving up 1 home run. Going up against Matthew Liberatore, 6-9 record, 3.96 ERA, 109 innings, 84 strikeouts. You guys are going to call me crazy here. I definitely understand why. Give me St. Louis pulling off the upset. I don't see Shohei pitching too deep into the game, but he might surprise us today. But I'm going to go Cardinals plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. 4:40 p.m., the 64-50 Houston Astros veteran team here, first place in the AL West. They'll be on the road versus the 55-57 Miami Marlins. The Marlins, 15 games under 500 just a couple weeks ago. They clawed their way all the way back. They're only 2 games under 500 right now. One of the hottest teams in Major League Baseball. Miami, 46.7% chance to win. The Astros, a 53.3% chance. The Astros also 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Houston, minus 110. Miami minus 110. Those are interesting betting numbers. The Astros 4.3 runs per game, 257 batting average, one of the best batting averages in baseball. 123 home runs, 56 steals, got 3.7 runs a game. And do not forget the Astros, the number 1 rated bullpen in the major leagues. Miami 4.3 runs per game, 252 average, 105 home runs, 84 steals, got 4.37 runs a game. But pitching really good the last couple weeks straight. On the mound for Miami, Jansen Junk, 5-2 record, 3.86 ERA. 65.1 innings, 48 strikeouts, only 2 home runs given up in 65.1 innings. That's good control. Going up against Spencer Arrighetti, 101 record, 5.59 ERA, but don't be concerned. Very, very small sample size, 9.2 innings, 8 strikeouts. He has given up 5 walks in that 9 innings, but it's not that many innings. We don't want to judge him by that. This game could get turned over to the Astros bullpen very early, but they have the best bullpen in baseball. But I'm going to go with Miami pulling off the upset. Give me that plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. 6:45 p.m., the 50-65 Athletics. The Athletics, they don't pitch at all, but they do hit a lot of home runs. They always have a puncher's chance to win these games. They're on the road versus the 44-68 Washington Nationals. They don't have a coach right now. They have the interim coach, younger ball club, but actually a very competitive team. A lot of very close losses. Washington, 48.7% chance to win. The A's, a 51.3%. A very, very close matchup. The A's 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Athletics minus 125. Washington plus 105. The A's average 4.3 runs per game, 251 batting average, 153 home runs, 62 steals. They're giving up 5.01 runs per game. Nationals 4.3 runs per game, 244 average, 106 home runs, 95 steals. Now 5.32 runs a game. That is bottom 4 in baseball. They get lit up practically every single game. Pitching today, Jeffrey Springs going for the A's. The A's, they're not known for their pitching. That is not Springs' problem. Very consistent this year, 10-7 record, 4.0 ERA. 126 innings, 102 strikeouts. He does have 21 home runs given up. He gives up the home runs, but he doesn't give up overall very many runs. I will take those odds any day. On the mound for the Nationals, we don't know. Undecided as of right now. They have not announced who their starter is. Again, I hate not knowing all of the variables when I have to pick these games, but either way, I was going to go with the A's winning this game, covering the spread, and I'll go with the over. 7:10 p.m. is a very interesting matchup. The 56-58 Kansas City Royals, bottom 5 overall offense in the majors, but a top 3 pitching staff. Top 3, that's a playoff level pitching staff. Just like the Pirates here, these pitchers, just for the love of God, give them some run support. They're on the road here versus the 64-51 Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox have been hot for the last 5 to 6 weeks, scoring runs. They have power, speed, pitching really good the last month. They're at Fenway Park. Very difficult to beat them at Fenway. They have their new pitcher going, though, so they got to show up for them. Right now, Boston, 59.8% chance to win this game. They are second place in the AL East. KC, 40.2% chance to win. The Red Sox are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Boston's minus 150. Kansas City plus 125. The Royals are averaging 3.7 runs a game, 243 average, 97 home runs, 84 steals, and got 3.53 runs a game. That is such good pitching. Please, can the lineup just show up? The Red Sox average 5.0 runs a game, 253 average, 140 home runs, 95 steals, got 3.7 runs a game. They have Dustin May suited up as a Red Sox, 6-7 record, 4.85 ERA, the worst start of his career, but you know what he's capable of when he's on. 104 innings, 97 strikeouts, going up against Michael Wacha, one of the most consistent, reliable pitchers in baseball. Career 3.85 ERA, this season even better. 5-9 record, 3.38 ERA, 125.1 innings, 95 strikeouts. I want to say Dustin May is going to pull off this game, but I'm very hesitant to pick pitchers when they have just come over to a new team. Give me Kansas City on the road here, pulling off the upset, the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. How about this game on Fox Sports 1 at 7:15 p.m.? The 68-44 Milwaukee Brewers. I have been very clear the last couple of videos. This is the hottest team in baseball right now. They can hit, they can score, they have power, they have speed, they have a bullpen, they have starting pitching. They have everything technically right now. First place in the NL Central on the road versus the 47-64 Atlanta Braves. The Braves, a complete mystery this season. They're ghosts. No one knows what happened to the real Braves. Right now, the Braves a 48.9% chance to win. The Brewers a 51.1% chance to win. Atlanta's 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over/under. Milwaukee +120. The Braves -145. The Brewers average 5.0 runs a game, 257 batting average. They get guys on base, 111 home runs, 124 steals. It's number 2 in baseball. They play small ball. They swipe bases. The Braves 4.2 runs per game, 243 average, 119 home runs, 51 steals, and a 4.21 runs a game. That's been increasing right now. The Brewers sitting at 3.65. That's elite pitching, but this is actually a really good pitching matchup from both teams. Spencer Strider suited up for the Braves, one of the best young strikeout pitchers in baseball. 5-8 record, 3.71 ERA, 77.2 innings, 92 strikeouts. Going up against Jose Quintana. He's picked up right where he left off last season for the Mets. 8-4 record, a 3.5 ERA, 87.1 innings, 59 strikeouts. This is a good game. This is a really good. These pitchers can practically cancel one another out. So who has the better bullpen? It's not the Braves right now. It is the Brewers. Give me the Brewers winning this game, pulling off the upset. I'll go with that +1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. MLB Network, 9:40 p.m. The 62-51 San Diego Padres, second place in the NL West, on the road versus the 54-59 Arizona Diamondbacks. One of the best statistical offenses in baseball, but they don't have their full lineup like they had before. A lot of that production's now missing. Arizona, 55.5% chance to win. San Diego, a 44.5% chance, but the Padres are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over/under. San Diego -150, Arizona +125. The Padres, Machado, Fernando Tatis Jr., the weapons are there. They're averaging 4.1 runs per game, 251 average, 95 home runs, 74 steals. But we all know this is a pitching-based team. Starting rotation, bullpen, they're both elite, giving up 3.56 runs a game. That's really good. It's top 5 in baseball. The Diamondbacks, 4.8 runs per game, 249 average, 153 home runs, a lot of power, 76 steals, and 4.57 runs a game. Looking at the pitching, Nestor Cortez coming over here to the Padres, 1-1 record, a 9.0 ERA. We know what he's capable of when he's on. We've seen it with the Yankees. We've also seen him when he's highly questionable. He has 8 innings, 8 strikeouts, 5 home runs in 8 innings. That's a real number, guys. That's really bad. Then you have Anthony Descafalani right now going for the Diamondbacks. 1-2 record, 4.91 ERA, 25.2 innings, 24 strikeouts, 6 home runs given up. We might see some runs here. This could get turned over to the bullpen. I trust the Diamondbacks more for the first half of the game, and for some reason, I trust the Padres more for the back half. But ultimately, I'm going to go with Arizona scoring enough runs to win. I'm going with that +1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. MLB Network, 9:40 p.m., our final game of the night. The 42-70 Chicago White Sox. Not a good record, but they are much better than they were last season. They're on the road versus the 60-53 Seattle Mariners. Second place in the LS, wanting to chip away from that lead on the Astros. Right now, Seattle has 70.1% chance to win this game. Chicago, a 29.9% chance to win. Mariners are 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over/under. Seattle, -255. Heavy favorites. The White Sox, +210. There's no reason why the Mariners are -255. This is actually a really good game. White Sox, competitive ball club. The White Sox, 3.8 runs a game, 230 average, 104 home runs, 69 steals, now 4.08 runs a game. But it's how they've lost a lot of those games. Very close losses. Mariners, 4.5 runs per game, 253 average, 159 home runs, up to a top 5 homer hitting ball club, 111 steals, top 5 in baseball, giving up 3.84 runs a game. Jonathan Cannon going for Chicago, 4-8 record, 4.77 ERA, 94.1 innings, 75 strikeouts. He's given up 101 hits. He's leaving runners on base in Seattle. They can do everything on offense. George Kirby going, usually a strikeout pitcher, 6-5 record, 4.13 ERA, and he's technically even better than this. 72 innings, 74 strikeouts. Give me the Mariners to win it, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. Guys, that's our breakdown, our picks, predictions, our best bets for every single Major League Baseball game we have coming up for Wednesday, August 6th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, leave them below, and I will make sure to respond to every single one of them. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. Click on the link. You can sign up there, and I would appreciate it. And of course, as always, thank you for watching.